Welcome back to The Big Idea. Look, I'd love for you, every one of you watching, to be the person who makes millions of dollars with that idea that improves life. But we all know that's not the only way to do it. Let's be real. Crazy, goofy, silly ideas can make millions too. Ideas that make us say, are you kidding me? Somebody's making millions with this? And my next guest came up with one that puts simply a smile on people's faces. And let me tell you, it's a smile you won't soon forget. Jonah White, founder of Billy Bob Teeth.
How you doing there, Don?
Okay,
looking good
before
today.
you turn the dial, this man has sold $40 million of fake silly teeth. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. $40 million, $5 million a year, putting goofy teeth in his mouth.
You know, there's worse things in life.
There are worse. How'd you come up with it? We're going to let you do the interview with your teeth, and later you're going to show us the different. You got many different styles of your Billy Bob teeth. Now, how'd you come up with the idea for this?
Well, a real good friend of mine came up with the idea in dental school as a joke. And
no, but didn't you first see a guy at a football game?
Yeah, my first partner, when we met, the day we met, he had
somebody's just turning the dial now, going, okay, Donnie has hit a new low. Yeah. This is it. This is it, man. Where he's scraping these people. So we should put actually a little thing that says, no, not real teeth. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean,
no sweat.
So your buddy yours?
Yeah, we met at a football game. He had his shirt off and his Billy Bob teeth in, and everybody in the whole stadium thought, you know, this guy needed some serious help. And after the game, I met him in the locker room, and he came up and introduced himself to me, and he had his teeth out. I'm like, did you go to the dentist and get a partial at halftime or something? And he said, you like my Billy Bob teeth? So he put them in. And he'd made them as a joke in denture class in dental school.
He was in dental school.
Yeah.
And you also noticed he had beautiful women around him.
Right.
So
I know,
said,
it worked.
Okay,
it worked.
Funny teeth, beautiful women, something here. Okay.
This was Missouri, though.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right.
But anyway, it was about 2 weeks later we decided we're going to form the Billy Bob Teeth Corporation and change the way America puts their smile on. So.
Okay. And how did you actually went into him in the dental school? You were kind of faking your way in there? How did you?
Yeah, you know, when you start a corporation like this with, you know, about $40 of backing, you know, you have to, like, stoop to new levels to get the job done. So I was getting smuggled in the dental school, making the Billy Bob teeth in the denture lab. You got to go that way right a little bit.
Oh, don't come out. I'm putting it on. Let's square up. Nice. That's nice. So this basically, how are you're selling millions of dollars of these, and you have some really fascinating sales techniques.
Yeah, a little unorthodox. You know, we kind of did the shotgun approach to marketing. We tore into new markets. We found out really quickly that used car salesmen were just a great consumer for this product. So
those wacky used car. You know what? We love used car salesmen. The show, not putting them down, but so this is the way they entertain their customers.
That was my #1 customer for a while, and then I sold a lot to the DEA for undercover work, and you know, a lot of meth labs got busted wearing the Billy Bob teeth, I think.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. And didn't you also, how would you pick your cities that you would go sell to?
Well, we had quite a good technique. We would take a big, huge map and put it on my buddy's college dorm wall, and then we'd get back about 15 feet with a dart and throw it. And where it hit, that's where we went to sell that weekend.
This man's making millions, guys. I'm not kidding you. You can't make this stuff up. I love it. You basically, I want to go through some of the full screens with the different teeth. We got the original Billy Bob. Let's also show the Betty Bob teeth.
Oh, yeah, that will nip sexual harassment in the bud, guaranteed every time.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
Werewolf?
You could say that.
Mike Mazza, one of our main men on The Big Idea here. Why is it that no matter how old we are, you put some funny teeth in somebody and you just laugh?
Well,
everybody
deep down, Donnie wants to have fun. That's what it's about.
This is the vampire look, I guess. The werewolf.
That's the werewolf. Yeah.
How about the grill? Sam Peabody sporting the grill. That's a nice look, man.
That's a touch of class right there.
And how about the Pirate Pearl? Nice.
You know, there's quite a staff you have here, Donnie.
I know. This is you know what? We gussy them up. I love this. You also have a great story about how almost a competitor ripped you off. And
yeah, I could tell you all the stories about what not to do in business.
Give me the top 3.
Well, we don't have enough time for that on your show. But, yeah, my competitors ripped me off. The first factories I found overseas ripped me off. I've had to throw my hat in the ring and compete with lots of people that had the inside track.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
What's the future of fake teeth?
Well, pacifiers. I do a lot with baby pacifiers. So I'm changing the way the babies put on their little smiles now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I do a lot with baby pacifiers, and they're fun.
Okay, once again, we are not kidding you. $40 million. I kid you not. All you folks out there with your MBAs and your medical degrees, and look at this man. All right. The irony of this, beyond making millions with these teeth, is this kind of helps life in general.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, have you used this in any dating? Or?
Yeah, the Billy Bob teeth will change your social life every time, guaranteed. It can't guarantee for the better or for the worse, but it changed.
In your case?
In my case, it was for the better. I actually met my wife in Australia wearing a pair of teeth, and Mama said it's what's on the inside that really counts. And so.
Well, okay, you walk up to this is your wife. You married this woman. She's obviously great. You walked up to her wearing the teeth. What'd you say?
Well, actually, I said I was thirsty and wanted a sip of her beer, but I'm not a very good-looking guy, but.
You're a good-looking guy.
You take the teeth off, and you look like Mel Gibson all of a sudden.
That's actually a great. That's like kind of like you punch somebody 5 times and you then punch them once. It doesn't hurt so much. That's a great bit.
Yeah,
I like that.
It works.
I like that. Do you hear that, Brandon? That's a great one. I love it. Okay, so also, has it helped you out in any other areas in life?
Yeah, I actually talked my way out of multiple speeding tickets with them early on. One time cost me a set of Billy Bob teeth to finish the deal, but when people treat you a little differently when they see you're kind of down on your luck, So.
Well, along those lines, have you taken any heat and saying, well, it's insensitive, and unfortunately there are people who are very down on their luck and poor, and, we're kind of making fun of. I don't feel this way, frankly, but I'm sure there are people that could feel that way.
Anybody in this country can get help. Anybody can take care of themselves. So it really has never really been an issue.
Yeah. Jonah White, founder of Billy Bob Teeth. You got a goofy idea? Is there something that makes you crack up? Just make people smile. Turn it into millions. Like my man Jonah. More big ideas straight ahead.
Hey.